Hello friends, welcome to Expiry की बात with Kotak Securities. This is Sehaj Agrawal. So I'm sure the last week has been pretty exciting. We've seen some गुड टर्न अराउंड एक मार्केट में अच्छा नीचे के लेवल से टर्न अराउंड आया है उसके भी हम पैरामीटर्स को कुछ डिस्कस करेंगे क्या हमने देखा क्या अलग था क्या हुआ और ऑब्वियसली हमारी आगे चल के क्या उम्मीद है not just with respect to the expiry but overall what are we expecting to the market. So first of all I'd like to thank you for this for joining us at this hour and I'll try to keep the next 10-15 minutes as precise and as crisp as possible. जितना हो सके उतना क्लियर आपसे कम्युनिकेट करूंगा ताकि आपको एक अगले दिन अगले ट्रेडिंग सेशन जो एक्सपायरी सेशन है उसकी तैयारी करने में हेल्प करे along with maybe the parameters that you're looking at. We would like to place our parameters as well. So आइए आज के लाइव सेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं. Once again, expiry की बात with Kotak Securities for the upcoming expiry session. So just some quick thoughts. पहले कुछ immediate thoughts जो मेरे हम सब के मन में है rather. एक Fed. So I think today is going to be very critical for all traders across the globe. हम तो हमारा देखेंगे सो ये वेरी क्रिटिकल फॉर अस बिकॉज 2 दिन का फेड का इवेंट आज आउटकम खत्म होगा जिससे हमें पता चलेगा कि फेड ने क्या स्टैंस लिया है. अभी तक इंटरेस्ट रेट राइज का स्टैंस था, एग्रेसिव राइज का स्टैंस था. नाउ सडनली अदर ऑप्शंस हैव आल्सो come into the picture where maybe there might be a pause and in the best case scenario maybe something else which is favorable as well. So yes, all of us are looking at the Fed and I'm sure it'll be exciting and the Fed will help us go up. Yeah, so that's on a lighter note. Now the other thing is in the last 1 week पिछले एक हफ्ते में हमें लग रहा है मार्केट का एक सेंटिमेंट चेंज हुआ है, राइट? अगर आपने हमारा लास्ट वेबिनार अटेंड किया था ऑप्शन वेडनेसडेज का जो हम हर वेडनेसडे को करते हैं उसमें हमने सेंटिमेंट को लेके कुछ बातें की थी. सो वी विटनेस्ड अ चेंज इन द सेंटिमेंट ऑन द मार्केट इन द लास्ट वीक, precisely from on last Thursday itself, as market made a low of around 16,830. Bank Nifty finished its expiry, its minimum correction requirement. So we believe there's been some change and उसका हमें बैकअप सपोर्ट मिला डेरिवेटिव के डेटा में, खास करके ऑप्शंस के डेटा में. राइटर्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से थोड़ा हमने चेंज इन स्टैंस देखा. So that has increased our confidence and in a calculated setup that we're taking, that from here the overall bias could remain positive for the medium term के लिए मार्केट का रुख अच्छा रह सकता है. Now to share something interesting, the same expiry setup that we've been working on, हमने कल बैंक फिन निफ्टी पे उसको अप्लाई किया था और उसके अपडेट हमने हमारे टेलीग्राम पे पोस्ट किया था. फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ द सेशन वी प्लेड रेंज बाउंड and that short strangle that we had recommended actually went down to half. And after that, in the second half of the session, we witnessed a breakout. Just again on Telegram, we posted a buy recommendation with the appropriate logic defined. That also worked well. So sharing this with you because we've got a lot of followers on Telegram and it's increasing by the day. I'm sure आप जो हमारे listeners हैं आप में से कुछ ने भी ज्वाइन किया होगा. मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप जिन्होंने अभी तक नहीं ज्वाइन किया है वो भी ज्वाइन करें बिकॉज वहाँ पे नहीं हम सिर्फ रिकमेंडेशंस नहीं देते हैं, हम रिकमेंडेशंस के साथ साथ स्पेसिफिक रिकमेंडेशंस का कई बार लॉजिक भी पोस्ट करते हैं जिससे आपको आइडिया आए कि व्हाट इज द थॉट प्रोसेस बिहाइंड द रिकमेंडेशन. along with that we have a lot of educative content like there's a traders mind series that we post on every weekend जिसमें हम कोई भी एक टॉपिक लेके उसके बारे में relevant topic लेके उसके बारे में हमारे ideas share करते हैं. Yeah, so these were the quick thoughts. Now let's move ahead with the expiry की बात session. What happened today? Today the market was pretty dull. Marginal positive open हुआ, उसके बाद for whole of the trading session we were kind of in the range of 17,100 17,200 का हम high नहीं cross कर पाए जो हमने सुबह के first hour में बनाया था. Overall closed with marginal gains of 0.26%. The mid-cap index performance was also in line with the Nifty 50, which is the broader index. Uska bhi return same tha. Top performing sectors were pharma, PSU, whereas media and reality underperformed. One point over here that I'd like to highlight is overall we expected fragmented moves in the market. So it's not that हम जब यूजुअली तेजी सोचते हैं तो हमें लगता है ओवरऑल मार्केट में तेजी आएगी. वी आर ऑफ द ओपिनियन दैट इट्स गोइंग टू बी sector specific and fragmented, so to say. So there could be some sectors which could land up underperforming, जिन्होंने अपना behavioral या अपना trend level का breakdown दिया है, जबकि other sectors could continue to remain strong. So banking is something that we like, energy is something that we like, auto is something that we are reconsidering because वहाँ पे हमें उतना strength नहीं दिख रहा है. NBFCs also has a mixed bag. So overall, we believe there could be some fragmentation in the overall sectorial performance. To discuss the market upcoming session, हम क्या-क्या points देखने वाले हैं. एक हम देखने वाले हैं market health, कि ओवरऑल मार्केट की हेल्थ कैसी है, जिसमें हम 200 स्टॉक्स का इंडिविजुअल टेक्निकल एनालिसिस करके इक्वल वेटेज देके नंबर्स को ड्राइव करते हैं, ना कि वो मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन वेटेड होते हैं. सो इक्वल वेटेड से हमें एक मार्केट की ओवरऑल ब्रेथ का आइडिया आता है और ब्रेथ के स्ट्रेंथ का आइडिया आता है. एफआई और प्रो की पोजीशनिंग कैसी है हम वो देखेंगे, ऑप्शन चेन एनालिसिस करेंगे, उसके बाद में मार्केट का ओवरऑल शॉर्ट टर्म मीडियम टर्म सेटअप कैसा है, एंड फाइनली टू क्लोज व्हाट इज द एक्सपायरी आउटलुक दैट वी हैव. So let's move on to the market health. Market health last week से improve हुआ है. So on the right hand side of the screen, if you see, is the current week data which we are comparing with the previous week data on the left hand side. So the negative high momentum stocks have fallen from 25% to 14.5%. So overall जो stocks negative bias के साथ trade कर रहे थे, वो 25% of stocks थे out of the overall 200 stocks. Now that basket is fallen down to 14.5%. There is an increase in the uptrending stocks from 3.5% to 6%, though this increase is relatively small. But I believe because हम एक uncertainty face कर रहे हैं Fed event का और market is trying to find its ground, I think a slower and gradual approach over here could possibly play out. Again, that is just an anticipation, वो हमारी सोच है. But yes, there is a change in the trend to a certain extent for sure. The negativity has reduced, which is pretty evident from the data which I'm presenting to you. Yeah. Moving ahead, market की positioning कैसी है participants की. So the FIA segment clearly continues to still maintain a bit of a negative bias. अगर हम index options का data देखते हैं तो index options में आज भी उनका net short positions कल के comparison में थोड़ा सा increase हुआ है. FIA का index futures में positions marginally unchanged है, उनका negative bias काफी टाइम से बना हुआ है. तो नीचे से जो रिकवरी आई उसमें भी उनका नेगेटिव बायस बना हुआ था, फिलहाल भी बना हुआ है, तो कोई नया एग्रेसिव चेंज नहीं देखा है हमने वहां पे. प्रो की यदि हम बात करें तो प्रो इज बेसिकली द प्रॉप बुक, द सेल्फ ट्रेडर्स, द प्रॉप सेगमेंट. वहां पे हम यदि देखें तो उनका स्टैंड पूरा, अगर आप ये ऊपर में देखेंगे, -4.5 लाख नेट शॉर्ट से ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम कन्वर्ट होके आज हम पॉजिटिव पे ट्रेड कर रहे हैं. तो ऑप्शन सेगमेंट में वो नेट लॉन्ग चल रहे हैं प्रो सेगमेंट, और इंडेक्स फ्यूचर्स के अंदर उनकी पोजीशन अगेन एग्रेशन डिक्रीज हुआ है और ओवरऑल बायस अभी मार्जिनली नेगेटिव है. ये पोजीशंस ओवरऑल उनकी जो हिस्टोरिकल पोजीशंस रही है उसके कंपैरिजन में एग्रेशन काफी कम है, बट यस देयर इज अ बिट ऑफ अ मार्जिनल नेगेटिव बायस एज कंपेयर टू यस्टरडे. वहां पे भी हमें थोड़ा रिडक्शन देखने को मिला है. मूविंग अहेड, ऑप्शंस चेन, आई थिंक हम सब ये डेटा को ट्रैक करते हैं और एनालाइज करते हैं. सो व्हाट आर द क्रिटिकल थिंग्स दैट वी आर लुकिंग एट. 17,000 के पुट ऑप्शन में मैक्सिमम ओपन इंटरेस्ट है कल की एक्सपायरी सेशन, कल की एक्सपायरी के ऑप्शंस चेन में. It is spread across, but now the open interest. Just a minute, I'm sorry, there's been some technical snag. I am sorry, I think there was some technical snag because of which our voice was not being transmitted. I'll just quickly run you through this again. I'm extremely sorry about this. Happens at times. I'm sure you would excuse us for this. So welcome to Expiry ki Baat with Kotak Securities. This is Sehaj Agrawal. We do this session every pre-expiry, expiry minus 1 day to give you a take on what the market is and how does it look like for the upcoming expiry session. Yeah, so let's move on. So some quick thoughts. One, the Fed event, Fed ka event hai. It was a 2-day event, 21st, 22nd. We are going to get the outcome. I think the global markets are looking forward to what the Fed has to say and what is their stance going to be ahead. Is it an interest rate aggressive hike, a moderate hike, or a change in their possible overall stance? So let's see what is in store over there. What we believe is there has been an overall change in sentiment. एक market के sentiment में थोड़ा change हुआ है पिछले कुछ दिनों में. Actually precisely last Thursday से change हुआ है, and we are seeing some positive development on the basis of data. So our data is suggesting that there is a change in stance in the market could actually take a medium term positional reversal. That's what we are expecting going ahead. And another update on we applied the same expiry update on the Fin Nifty as well, which we posted on our Telegram channel. Worked pretty well. For the first half of the trading session, we were actually playing range bound, and after that, when Fin Nifty sustained above the 17,700 mark, we went pretty aggressive and gave a buy recommendation on the ATM call option, which again worked well. So the idea that I'm trying to come to is join us on Telegram at the Kotak Securities channel. We post over there not just recommendations, and we don't overload you with recommendations. We give you a very rational number which are actually tradable on a consistent basis, and along with that, we even post at times for selective recommendations the logic, the framework behind the same, which helps you in terms of understanding what is expected from the recommendation and why did we give that. We've been increasing, all of you have shown your love and faith in us, and that's why our subscribers are increasing by the day. If you've not joined us, I would request you to join us now and take advantage of the research that we're sharing over there. Moving ahead, Aaj ka bazaar was pretty range bound, opened with a gap up, tested the 17,200 17,200 mark, and since then we traded range bound all throughout the day. Not much of a movement, pretty small range. The mid cap index performance was also pretty much in line. Top performing sectors were pharma, PSU banks, well as media and reality underperformed. We believe that the participation in the market is going to be fragmented, so you could witness some sectors really outperforming, whereas some sectors underperforming, despite the fact that we have an overall positive bias on the market. Clearly, banking and energy look attractive at this point of time. Again, selective stocks, and we would maintain a positive bias. And at right times, we would post these recommendations to our clients and on the Telegram channel as well. How do we analyze the expiry session? This is the plan: market health, FI positioning, option chain analysis. This will be followed by the overall short-term and medium-term setup, and we close with the expiry outlook. What is the market health? We analyze 200 stocks individually, give them equal weightage, and see how they are technically placed. So as compared to last week के comparison में current week में negativity का high momentum basket छोटा हुआ है. From 25% we've fallen to 14.5%. Whereas the positive momentum basket has increased, but the rate of increase is rather smaller, from 3.5% only to 6%. But still, we believe that since you had a significant event lined up, the market participants and the stocks would also want to, remove as much uncertainty as possible and then move ahead. Our expectation is that the positive momentum stocks should go up going ahead as well. So this is a bit of a positive data. Drop in high momentum negative stocks and increase in high momentum positive stocks. What are the participants doing? In case of the FI, clearly their stance remains negative in the index futures and in the index options. As a matter of fact, today थोड़ा सा increase हुआ या increase हमने देखा है net short positions में. Pro segment में clearly एक positive stance है, जहाँ पे अगर आप आपके screen पे देखेंगे तो from extreme negative they turn to net long. So from extreme net short over the last few days, we've turned to net long in the pro segment. In the future space, again, their positions have not been so aggressive, but जो positions हैं वो भी उनका negative bias हल्का हमें decrease ही होता दिखा है. तो यहाँ से हम ये देख सकते हैं कि FI segment is marginally negatively biased, whereas the Pro segment is positively biased to a certain extent. Let's look at the option chain. In terms of the option chain, what are the highlights? 17,000 के put option में maximum open interest build up है for the upcoming expiry session, which is tomorrow. In terms of call options, the maximum open interest build up is seen at the 17,500 strike. Now, another critical thing is in today's session, more of put option open interest change is seen rather than call option open interest change. And if I think about it, और इसको हम यदि call writer के perspective से option writer के perspective से देखेंगे, तो put writers are more comfortable or aggressive as compared to the call writers. So this data again suggests that there is a possibility of some support at the downside around the 17,000 mark for the expiry session. Another thing that I wanted to highlight is even when the market went below 17,000, market 17,000 के नीचे भी जब गया था, तब भी 17,000 पुट के मंथली सीरीज में ओपन इंटरेस्ट में हमने कोई मेजर चेंज नहीं देखा था. वहां पे पुट राइटर्स अनकंफर्टेबल नहीं हुए थे. दैट मींस दैट वहां पे एक सपोर्ट जो उनको देना था वो उन्होंने प्रोवाइड किया है और अभी भी उसमें कोई चेंज नहीं दिख रहा है और दूसरे पैरामीटर्स हमको पॉजिटिविटी इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं, तो एक पॉजिटिव सेटअप हो सकता है. बैंक निफ्टी के चार्ट को यदि हम देखें, अगेन जस्ट अ फ्लैट डे लाइक निफ्टी 50 एंड द मिड कैप इंडेक्स, marginal gains in line with the broader market. Highest open interest currently remains at 39,000 put and 41,500. Over here, I think the spread जो overall open interest का build up का है वो काफी high है, and obviously because the Fed impact will have a significant the Fed could have a significant impact on the banking space, and that's why I think the participants have taken a rather cautious call and maintain a broader stance for the bank nifty. So bank nifty being more volatile, the open interest spread is more, the range is higher, so to say. Moving on, what is the medium term and short term trend? So overall हमारे हिसाब से जैसे मैंने कुछ देर पहले मेंशन किया, ओपन इंटरेस्ट आपका जो ट्रेंड है, जो सेंटिमेंट है, वो हमारे हिसाब से थोड़ा चेंज हुआ है पिछले कुछ दिनों में. सो वी बिलीव द मीडियम टर्म ट्रेंड इज टेकन अ चेंज फ्रॉम लास्ट थर्सडे. लास्ट एक्सपायरी के दिन के बाद से हमने ये चेंज देखा है. हमने ये चेंज क्यों देखा है? एक, जो निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी की करेक्शन की रिक्वायरमेंट थी वो पूरी हो गई. पॉइंट नंबर 2, हमने ऑप्शंस के डेटा में एक राइटर्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से अनवाइंडिंग देखी, जो हम एक पैरामीटर ट्रैक करते हैं फॉर पोजिशनल ट्रेड्स, एंड विद दैट along with the market having completed its correction requirement, I believe there is this combination works well most of the times, and this basically suggests that leverage traders are now willing to take positive bets again, right? And if you see in the last 1 week, we've seen a change in that behavior where you are witnessing stocks undertone changing and sustaining on the higher side. Short term volatility रह सकती है, no doubt, but the overall trend that we're looking at, sub 17,000 is a good buying chance with a support placed at 16,300. This is the medium term view that we are sharing with you, just to keep a perspective clear, because कई बार short term में market deviate कर सकता है. Yeah. So finally, what is the expiry outlook? FI position negative biased, even in the index options and the future space. Pro की positioning relatively हम positive तरीके से देख रहे हैं. OI का जो concentration है वो 17,000 पुट पे है और 17,500 कॉल में है सबसे ज्यादा. So 17,000 पुट being closer to the current market price is expected to provide good support to the market, and the call is pretty far away. So data is suggesting a bit of a positive bias. Now in specific for the expiry session, I think we have an immediate support placed at 17,100 for the expiry day. तो यदि इंडेक्स 17,100 के नीचे सस्टेन करता है, मे बी फॉर 30 मिनट्स 45 मिनट्स, देन आई थिंक देयर इज अ चांस ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग फॉर अ टॉस. यदि वोलेटिलिटी में थोड़ा नीचे आता है फिर रिकवर कर जाता है, तो वी वुड नॉट वांट टू चेंज आवर स्टैंस. एंड ऑन द अदर साइड 17,200 के ऊपर यदि सस्टेन करता है अगेन फॉर 30 मिनट्स 45 मिनट्स, देन देयर इज अ हाई चांस दैट अपसाइड मोमेंटम कैन इंक्रीज सिग्निफिकेंटली. यदि 17,100 के नीचे मार्केट सस्टेन कर लेता है, तो देन वी विल have an opinion that for this expiry the upside will remain limited. We will change our immediate bias, which is in sync with the medium term of a positive. जो हम तेजी का सोच रहे हैं उसको हम चेंज करके ये एक्सपायरी सेशन के लिए लिमिटेड अपसाइड का कर देंगे, और ये यहाँ पे हम एग्रेसिव लॉन्ग स्टैंस नहीं लेंगे यदि 17,100 के नीचे मार्केट सस्टेन किया तो. So just to put this clearly in the chart, this is the hourly chart of index for today's session. 17,200 के ऊपर ट्रेड करता है तो कंटिन्यूएशन शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेंड इन सिंक विद द मीडियम टर्म ट्रेंड एंड यू ट्रेड पॉजिटिव. यदि 17,100 17,200 के बीच में रहता है तो यू हैव टू अडॉप्ट अ रेंज बाउंड स्ट्रेटजी. सो मे बी a short strangle could work well over here depending on how the premiums are, because कल का ही एक्सपायरी सेशन है. और यदि 17,100 के नीचे ब्रेकडाउन देके मार्केट सस्टेन करता है 30 minutes 45 minutes, then we would expect limited upside and a possible negative bias could continue. So these are the clear three stances that we have on the basis of multiple data, multiple parameters, short term trend, medium term trend, which we've presented to you in terms of multiple data points, as well as the last slide chartically, so that you have clarity in terms of what our idea of the expiry session is. So that brings us to the end of this particular session. I hope you enjoyed and got a clear stance of what we're looking for the market. Once again, thank you for all participants who followed us on Telegram, and I would request those who've not followed us to come and visit us over there, and I'm sure you will like the kind of data that we are posting over there on a regular basis. It will help you as a trader to maybe get some inputs from a third party perspective and improve your trading mindset, your ideas as well. So that's about it from my side. Thank you, and hope to see you on next Wednesday as well. Thank you so much.